Boom. So do you guys have a Zoom account yourselves?
Not yet, but I have to set one up now for tomorrow.
This is fun. And it's free if you do. I think that the meetings can't be any longer than 45 minutes to have it free. Okay. Like it will tell you it's starting to close out. It'll count down like the last 10 minutes. It'll say upgrade if you want to go longer. So that's why we paid for it. Cause I'm like, I'm not going to have that pressure of, although you can stop it and then start it again. Like you could say, all right, I'll just send you a link again and we'll get on and talk some more. So you could do that.
Right.
It's not hard at all. Once you've done it the first time, Zoom is really user-friendly, big time.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's fun.
Yeah. So let's just chat a little bit. Some things that we've been talking about with all these. We've been doing like the Zooms with different legs like all week. It's been a blast. It's been so fun. Is really making sure that with these bonuses, hearing that they're extended and that we only have 31 days to go after these. Hello, is this a daughter? She's a mini you.
Hi, Lexi.
She looks just like you.
She just got home. She just opened the door.
Hello. How old is she?
She'll be 17 in June.
Awesome. So totally driving and dating.
Oh, yeah. No dating. No boys in our house.
Wow, that's pretty good.
No, she's too into sports.
Sure. So what's the big sports that you're into?
What sports are you into?
Softball.
Oh, that's starting already?
She just got home. She has winter training still.
Awesome.
And
she's your oldest of
5.
5. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Well, cool. Homework time, right? Homework time. No homework?
We've had testing the last 2 days.
One class today, and in that one class, we did nothing.
Wow.
They gave us a free day.
It's always amazing to me when the kids come home and they say, we did nothing today. I'm like, really? Nothing, huh?
They had testing. Yesterday, they did ACT's testing.
Oh, that's not fun.
The wiper test. Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, nice to meet you. That's awesome. So what we've been telling all these crews that we've been talking with is making sure with the 31 days for the double good bonuses, we heard that there are no extensions. He said it a couple times. Then Mike Patillo said it again on a leadership call. There are no extensions on this. So we know that if we want to achieve these bonuses, we're going to really have to work hard. And so what we've really been chatting with people is, what are you going to do in the first half of the month? The first 10 to 15 days are the most crucial part of what the end month results are going to be. So we really were chatting about, making sure that you message a ton of people every single day for the first 10 to 15 days for sure, to lock in and get your boxes filled, your chart filled for whatever that looks like, so that you can work the second half of the month on helping them launch, your distributors launch, get their people on, get volumes where they need to be set, so that by the 20, not the 31st, but maybe the 25th or the 28th, you're closing up the deal, and then it's all your bonuses are coming in and your ranks are happening earlier in the month, not at the end of the month. So that's something we're really, really, really stressing is do your hard work now. Do it all right now. And really focus in right now, because this is truly the time. Hillary, you've been on for how long now? I forget. How long have you been a distributor?
A year.
So we've seen some bonuses come through. Even we have, 3 years, these these good bonuses come through, and, we just have to decide that we're not going to let them pass us by yet again. I mean, I'm speaking for myself here. John and I kind of sort of tried to work, and tried to have things happen, but it didn't really go. And so this year we're like, we're not letting this pass us by again. So we're going to really, step up to the plate and go for this. So Hillary, what are your goals for March 31st? What do you want to see happen this month?
I'd like to see Ruby. Not that's not going to get me a bonus because it's only for the newbies. But if I can see that, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
will be quitting my daycare by the end of summer for sure. So I need to see it happen. So
Yes, that would be a very good thing to be able to do that. What do you have? What does your chart look like these days? I forget exactly who you have underneath you.
I don't have anybody yet.
You're starting from square one.
Yeah.
So you should print out not only an executive chart, but also a Ruby chart.
Right in front of me.
Yep, good. That's good.
Oh no, I went even higher. I even have my emerald just in case.
Awesome. That's awesome. Don't say just in case. I say aim really, really high. Aim high. Like aim for emerald or diamond by month end. And if you land somewhere in between, like that shoot for the moon, land among the stars idea, then you won't be upset with yourself. You know what I mean? Like just aim high, and wherever you land, you are in a much better position than you are today, you know?
Yeah.
So the next thing I was going to talk a little bit about is just making sure that we realize that, posting on Facebook is awesome, right? We need to make sure that we do that to keep engaging people, but we have to go a step further, and we have to actually be reaching out to people personally. So that is where the sale happens. The sale does not happen on a post. So I'm really trying to stress, I think people think, well, if I put up my 5 posts in the day, then I've done my job. And in that case, that's net wishing, not networking. Okay, there's a big difference between net wishing. When you post a post, you're like, oh, I hope somebody sees it. I hope somebody messages me. Well, guess what? I can say maybe 1% of the time somebody might message me or might make a comment or might do something to push a sale forward from a post. Rarely does that happen. I have to go a step further and then go for the ask. And we've really been talking about in these 29 days that are left in the month of March, that this is the time to not be shy. This is the time to have major courage and bravery. And this is the time to go for the ask. So that doesn't mean like, it's kind of like the time to say, I'm not going to be fearful anymore. I'm just going to go for it. And if somebody says no, that's all right. They're saying no to themselves. They're not saying no to me. They're saying no to better improved health. And they're saying no to a better income, a better financial situation than they're in. So I think that the sooner you realize that, we all know that this business is working for people. We see it all around us. Christina Treat, who lives in Eagle Lake now, not too far from me, just went triple and presidential. And she started before we did in this area, and her whole diamond leg crumbled. She was going to give up. And then we came, and I think they kind of got her excited about, oh, I better go after this. And so after, I don't know, it's been at least 4 or 5 years, she just hit presidential. So, and if you know her, there's nothing special about her at all. It's just the fact that she decided that she was going to go for this and that she was going to go for the ask. So that's what we all need to do. We need to go for the ask. We don't need to, this is not the time to like beat around the bush. This is the time to say, all right, I'm going for a huge promotion, and I'm looking for 2 things. Would you mind being a product tester for me for 3 months, getting products at up to 40% off? Or do you need $1,000 Ruby bonus opportunity? Which one works best for you? That's how you're going to be talking to people right now. Does that make sense? And I just posted that on Team Enter, and it really was for newbies, but you can switch the wording to it. So it's right on Team Enter. I just posted it tonight before I got on some of the Zooms, because our newbies don't know what to say. And so I said, here's your first post to start reaching out. You're asking, we need 2 people, and that's the same for us. We need 2 kinds of people. Product testers, loyal customers, or distributors. That's what we need. That's what's going to help us fill in our charts and go where we need to go. And again, take the focus off of like what you're trying to go for yourself. Take the focus onto the person that you just brought onto this business, helping them get to where they need to go. So you don't feel selfish and feel like, oh, I'm just doing this for me. Take the complete focus off of yourself and say, we need to get you to Ruby. We need to get you to Ruby. We need to get you to Ruby. So this is the messages. I'm partnering up with you. These are the messages you should send out. We need to get your launch parties going. I tell my new people, you just need to be a really great inviter. You need to invite people to get in front of me. So I can do Zooms. I can do one-on-ones with them. I can do parties with them. And you're going to be there learning. That's what you're going to do with these people. And so Hillary, if you don't feel comfortable with that, then that means, you know, you're going to work with Jenny and you guys are going to get on Zooms together. Or you're going to ask me if Jenny's not available and we're going to all get together. We're just doing all together and just keep inviting prospects and getting people in front. Our job is really two things: to educate people on networks and to help them understand what we're about. That's all our job is. And they can decide if they don't want to do it. That's cool. No problem. Do they know anybody else that you know, I'm also telling people, if you're not interested, do you know of anybody else that is? Because I will reward you with free wraps, free facials for referring people to me, because I'm going after a very large bonus and I want to help as many people also achieve their bonuses too. So I'm not being afraid. I'm putting on my confident pants. John was talking about that with some of the other girls as they were talking about how timid and shy they were to actually go for the ask. He's like, just go find the pair of pants that make you feel so confident and just put those on for an hour while you're reaching out to people. And then if you got to take them off after a while and put your sweats back on or whatever, go for it. But just for that time, put your confident pants on every day for an amount of time as you go for the ask. And keep reminding yourself that they're not saying no to you. And chances are, if you go really confidently in what you ask, you know, when you're asking people, they're going to remember you. Even if they say no now, they're going to keep watching you because they're going to be like, man, she's really confident about what she's got going on with this It Works thing. And so they may say no now, but that doesn't mean that it won't be a month from now or after they see you continually promote and grab a bonus and all those things, that they don't say, okay, let's take a second look. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's an awesome tip about offering product for referrals, Liz, because I literally today, I think I had 17 no's that came back.
Yeah.
And I did absolutely, I was like, oh, okay, well, if you know of anybody else who might be struggling or could use this opportunity, but I did not ever think about rewarding them for giving me those, because I got a lot of, okay, we'll do, but I'm like, yeah, they're never going to do anything about it. So awesome. Now I can follow back up and throw that in there. See.
To say, oh, I totally forgot to say that I do reward for referrals. You know, whatever products they like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously do the ones that maybe aren't going to break the bank for you. And obviously you don't give it to them unless something happens with the referrals, like the referral becomes a loyal or becomes a distributor, then they get rewarded for that. But even ask them if they would, if they're not interested in all that, would they host a party for you and you'll wrap them for free to get in front of some people? You know what I mean? That's always a bold way to say, well, if you're not interested in any of that, would you be willing to wrap for free at least and have some friends over so I can get in front of some people? Because all you're looking for is to get in front of networks of people. You know, a lot of times a person is just a doorway to a whole load of other people. You know what I mean? It may be not them that wants it, but they know somebody who's got a huge network, and you just want to get in front of people. You know what I mean? As many people as possible.
I love that, because then we're not just taking the no and leaving it like that, but totally move on and keep asking for something different until they say yes.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, they might have not considered, but then all of a sudden, you know, their friend that's at the party goes, oh my gosh, yes, I'm going for this. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, you're going for it? Okay, well, maybe I should, you know?
Yeah.
So
that actually just happened to me last night. Hillary, I was going to tell you about that. So my girl, Lynn, who's like an awesome, one of my loyal customers. Yes. Yeah. She was, you know, we were kind of dropping hints. I'm like, because she's thinking about it. I'm going to talk to her afterwards. So after everybody left, she pretty much flat out said, no, I have no interest. I'm not going to do it. But because she didn't say no in front of everybody else, I have 2 potential distributors from her party, because they're like, oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this too. So hopefully one's going to hop on tonight, because I told her she could have the loyal customers from last night if she hops on with me tonight. So we'll see. I got to check back in with her. But yeah, that's totally true.
That's awesome. See, when you have a goal in your mind, like when you're thinking of where you want to go and you believe that goal is gonna happen, you know, the Lord's gonna open the floodgates, you know, you're praying about it, then your mind starts already thinking of ways to make that happen. It's crazy. Like it's just crazy how your subconscious starts to say, all right, that one person from 2 months ago, what about them? I should message them. Or your body and mind just starts to say, all right, I want to make this happen for me. So, you know, it just starts thinking up different ways to, you know, open up different avenues of how you can make this happen. So, you know, just pray about that. We've been really chatting with the teams and just saying, are you asking, you know, God to open the floodgates on your business? Are you truly asking him for, you know, to put people in your path or put people in your mind to think about? and to, you know, I always pray that God would soften people's hearts and their minds to understand and see this opportunity for what it is. You know, I think that's an important thing too, that as you're messaging out to people that they would just have an open mind about it, an open heart about, okay, well, yeah, it is an opportunity. Yeah, I don't have a second plan B for the struggling I'm going through, you know, and I think a lot of people think they're better than this. You know, a lot of people think, well, I'm not going to network marketing. Are you crazy? You know, they think that their situation is better. And I love the story of, did you guys hear that story where there was a guy, it's just a story, but there was flooding going on and the guy went up on his roof. And did you hear that? Where you know, an airplane came by and said, "Get in, I'll take you." And he said, "Nope, my Lord's going to help me." And then somebody came by in a boat and said, "Jump on my boat, let's go. You know, it's not looking good." No, my Lord's coming to save me. And I forget what the third thing was. But then at the very end, he died and went to heaven. And the guy said to God, "What? How come you didn't save me?" He goes, "I did. I sent you 3 things, and you said no to all of them." I often think of this as the same thing with network marketing. I mean, John and I, we didn't have a plan B. Like, we were struggling. We were truly struggling. We had nothing to help us get out of what we were in. And praise the Lord that for some reason our minds were like open to it. You know what I mean? Like, they were just in that state where they were like, well, maybe we could do this. Well, maybe this could be the thing that we need to get out of what we're in. So, you know, it's crazy, you know, and sometimes you just have to say that to people, that maybe this is the answer that you've been looking for, or that you've been wanting, or the prayer you've been praying. You know, sometimes you just have to speak that out to the person, you know, that it's here. This is it. This is the opportunity. Give it a shot, you know? So, so Jenny, what is your goal for month end?
My goal for month end is Emerald. Hi, Denisha. I think you finally made it on.
Hey, Denisha.
I know you're in through the phone. I don't know if you muted yourself or not, but so awesome. Yeah. I'm glad that you can listen. Oh, good. There you are. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you, beautiful model you?
Good.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the right Denisha, right? With the beautiful clothing lines and pictures and stuff. Fashion.
Yeah.
They call it fashionista?
Yep, that's what they call me.
I love it. And you're from?
Thank you.
You're from
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Which city are you in?
Madison.
Yeah,
Madison.
but she lives in Arizona right now. So she's from Wisconsin, but she lives in Arizona. Yeah.
Awesome. So much hotter and warmer there than in Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. So anyway, I'm going to try and keep things going so that it doesn't get too late. But my goal for sure is to hit Emerald and then to make my way charting through Diamond. That is really my goal. I know that I'm really trying to up my game, and I'm really trying to be bold and reach out to people. I had posted something on our Sparkling Diamonds page about no excuses, and after really kind of sitting down with my husband last night and praying, I think I just fall into the world of excuses, and I think it's okay. You know, I try to say, oh, I'm so busy with this, I'm so busy with my family, but that's okay. I'm just not going to get to it. And it really came down to the fact that it's not okay. Like, if what I want for my family is to be better and I have these goals, I've just stopped letting excuses get in the way. So, yeah, the last 2 days I have been working my tail off, staying up super late and waking up really early in the morning in order to get it done. But definitely going to have some distributors on here. My goal for sure is I have Hillary and Denisha and Tony for sure who have some big goals. So we are definitely getting them to Ruby as well. So I'm super excited for that.
That is so cool. And it really is a decision. You know, again and again, I just can't say enough. It's a decision and a commitment that you just clear the plate. You let the family know what's going on. The next 31 days, my kids are fully aware that we will be doing minimal things that we have to do so that I can keep my focus. John and I can keep our focus here, because we have 31 days to make some serious you know, goal setting and achieving those goals. So, you know, the kids know there's going to be something special at the end when we do reach some of those goals. So that's good. When the family knows, and they understand that when you want to go for something, it's a good teaching tool. it's going to take some hard work. There's no joke to this. It's like anything. You know, when you want to go to the next levels, you're going to have to get a little sweaty, little dirty, little long hours, little less sleep, little less craziness going on. But the reward is huge at the end. It really, really is. So, Denisha, I wanted you to get a chance to chat a little bit here. I don't even know if I know your why. Why did you join, Denisha, this company?
I joined because, there's so many reasons why. I am big on helping people, and as well as being able to, I've always been overweight or bigger, and finally finding something that actually worked for me was really nice to see that. And then also having the financial part of it, because I always see people struggling and everything. So I wanted to help people in more than one way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the biggest thing for me, but now it's kind of grown. It grew from that from many different things. Now I've got a whole new friendship with Tony, and I've been in school with Tony since like middle school. We've never talked as much as we do now. And having like these crazy new relationships is one of the best things that I've ever had. Like I can call anyone up if I need be. Aside it works. Like I have these new friendships that if I ever need to just talk, I can do that. And it's really nice to have that. It's crazy.
Oh, I love that. It is true that they say fun, friendships, and freedom. That's truly the three words that are so very, very, very true. So Denisha, what are your goals for month end? Where would you like to see yourself? Where do you truly need to be?
Well, I would say mainly right now, kind of with me being so busy as I am now, and there's been so many changes all at once right now, I'm trying to get, I wouldn't say back into the habit, but reorganize my life so that I can do what I want to focus on without getting too caught up or not being able to finish something, like starting it and not being able to finish because I get so busy with something else. I just really want to be able to reach out to as many people as I can here in Arizona, since like this is a new place and I've got all these new people, all my new loyals and everything, and most of them are all back in Wisconsin. I've got one loyal here, but just now that I've got all these new people that I'm meeting, I want to be able to reach out to them in a whole new way.
Absolutely. Where are you at? Go ahead.
I'm in Tucson.
Tucson. Awesome. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Have you thought of having a party, a spa party or anything with your friends and the people that you've met in Arizona?
Kind of. Honestly, most of the people that I am around right now are all guys. So it's kind of, they're all uncle figures. So it's kind of like, where do I go with this?
They're all, what did you say? What kind of figures?
They're all like uncle figures. Like I've kind of been like adopted into like a niece.
Okay. All right.
So it's kind of weird. I'm not around as many women as I used to be. So it's kind of weird, and I have to figure out how to go about it. But we're trying to get It Works put into the store that I manage now. And we're trying to do like Wrap Wednesdays or something so that we can reach out to people out of the store as well.
That's cool. I would say, if those men, those uncles, you say, if they trust you and everything, then you should just simply go for the ask and just say, would your wives want to come over and do like a wine and facial party? I would love that. Or stop in your shop, and do like a wine and facial type setting.
My one of them is actually going to sign up as a distributor. He's just waiting for his checks to come through.
Boom.
And he knows a lot of people out here. So he's really confident that it's going to get somewhere out here. And there's like certain places that he knows that it's going to get pretty crazy. He just has a lot of confidence, and I believe in him a lot. So I'm just waiting on him. But there's a lot of wrap parties that need to be that have been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't been set because of schedules mainly. So
sure.
that's another thing. That's going to be my goal, is to set those parties.
I was going to say, let's set those and get those in stone. And what I would do is offer them a sweet deal to get them on the calendar and going like early into this weekend, into early next week, you know, to actually have them.
Yeah.
Sooner in the month than later. We talked about that earlier in the call here. If you really want to go for these bonuses, you've got to get going, working the hardest in the first part of the month. That's where you really, really need to get parties on the books. You need to get as many distributors as possible, you know, signed up, as many loyal customers as possible, and just rock and roll with that. So I would say for sure, incentivize those people to get those parties booked, like now, and have them held as soon as possible. And even if you want to, you know, usually we say you wrap for free with what, 3 to 4 wrapping guests. Maybe you want to offer 2 wraps, or 1 wrap and a half off on second wrap, whatever you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
To get those going.
Yeah.
That guy knows a lot, that distributor, man, you got to get in front of his people. He's what we talked about, that little open doorway to a huge network of things. And that could just, you don't want to miss the bonuses if you know that he's got all these contacts, you know, that could totally floodgates on your business. You don't want to miss the opportunity for you to reach the bonuses, and not only that, but them to get on and have their 2 calendar months to reach the $1,000 bonus themselves.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep, those are definitely goals. I've been already kind of writing down, like it's like a to-do list for me for this month.
Awesome.
So I can get it crossed off.
That is awesome. Well, what did I miss? What else should we talk about? Is there anything else that we want to chat about?
Hillary, do you, like, sometimes when I talk to Hillary, and if you have a different question, Hillary, go ahead and ask Liz. But I think Hillary, as she mentioned how she didn't have any distributors right now, and I think one of the things that holds her back a little bit is her husband isn't totally fully supportive, believing in what she's doing, and that kind of holds her back a little bit from being bold and asking some people, you know, what she can actually do. So do you have any tips for her, Liz? Or Hillary, if you have any specific questions, shout them out too. But
did you have any questions, Hillary, on that?
No. No, it's just kind of the whole, we've only been up here for 2 years, and the friends that we have, he is worried that he asked might push them away, and then we wouldn't have them. I think that's kind of the issue. But I don't know. I think they can just go for it anyway.
yes, do it.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I'm sure he can hear me. He's just not in the room right now.
Oh, buddy. I was trying to mute out the line because it's making there's some background noise, but I can't. I'm trying to think where there's like this big old bar in front. There we go. Let me see. I'm just going to mute you guys out so that this is a clean recording here for a second. Where is it? Let me just do this quick. Jenny, I'm going to mute you out. Okay, so Hillary, you and I can chat. You know, I think it's always a tough thing, you know. I think, you know, getting as quickly, you know, moving and as far as getting your business moving as quickly as possible, you know, usually when the comma starts in the paycheck, then things really change for the husband. They really do. And I know you're saying, well, I'm not quite there yet, so how do I get there? And it really is about going for that ask, you know what I mean? And if you don't want to ask those certain people, well, then think about all the other, do you have some other leads of people? Are you on Instagram at all?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of following. I'm on there, I post on there, but don't get a lot of people saying anything or likes or anything like that. I just don't have a lot of people on there yet.
Okay. So, you know, maybe add people every day, you know, make a goal to add more people so you can get in front of more people. And then again, with the posting, but then if you have some likes, then I try to private message everyone and start conversations with people so that I'm always, you know, adding more people to my hundreds list. And then even on Facebook, I don't know if you see, they suggest mutual friends. Do you see that on Facebook? I always add like 3 to 5 or more every single day. Every single day, I'm always adding more people to, and then there was that, that Facebook hustle that I put on Team Mentor that I would watch.
Watch that.
Yeah, you will want to watch that because that talks about how you clean up your feed and you start unfollowing a whole bunch of It Works distributors because you don't need that. That's not your networks of people. You need to be in front of new people. You need to be in front of, and you can make lists, different lists in there. So I would definitely take time to do that as well, to clean things up and add new mutual friends. And when they accept my friend request, which you get a notification on, then I just message them right away and say like, oh, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. And then I just start a little conversation. Oh, I love the pictures of your kids, or whatever it is that, was on their page that kind of struck me. Have you done
sometimes?
Go ahead.
Like, even if they're mutual friends, but they're not someone you really have ever met or really know. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, why would you want to be that friend? So I don't know if, I guess I'm not sure how to pick certain people, but.
Well, you don't have to necessarily. I mean, obviously you can stalk their page a little bit and say, okay, well, this is not somebody I want to be a friend with. They're crazy. Or if there is somebody that you're like, oh, they look like a decent, nice person. Remember, this business is networking. You know what I mean? We are in this business to be friends and to make more friends. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's how we're always adding to our hundreds list. So it really is about seeing the opportunity all around us. I mean, when you're at the grocery store and there's somebody in front of you and cute mom with kids and a connection made there, and oh my goodness, I'd love to connect with you on Facebook. You know what I mean? And then we just do that. And I know that all takes doing it. You have to do it first to get good at it. You know what I mean? To get better at it and not to feel nervous about it. Mm-hmm. Do you do many vendor events, Hillary?
I've done one.
Okay, so I would do more. Like John just booked a 3-day vendor event. He did all by himself. And then he actually booked a party from the vendor event and went and did his own wrap party all by himself just on Tuesday. And he's signing up, it looks like 2 distributors and 1 loyal customer from that vendor event. He did all by himself. He's never done one before on his own. He's done them with me. He's been there watching and observing and chiming in here and there. But his word this year, his goal was to take ownership, to have more ownership of his business instead of just having Liz do it. It was more like, okay, well, I'm going to step up and run and be a distributor myself. Mm-hmm. So, and that only comes by confidence. That only comes by stepping out of your comfort zone. And, and I love that phrase where the thing you fear the most reveals where you trust God the least. So remind yourself of that. When what you fear the most, like if it's just afraid to reach out to people and say, well, why would they want me to message them? Why would I want to do something like that? That reveals where you're trusting God the least. So a lot of times what you want is just on that other side of what you're fearing, if that makes sense, Hillary. So you really have to decide that you're just going to feel the fear and you're going to do it anyways. Because I do that every single day of my life. I mean, like every single day of my life, I'm doing things that I am fearful of doing, but I know that when I feel that like stomach gut feeling like I'm nervous, that I need to do it. It's God, nudging me, Liz, go do it. You know what I mean? Like speaking engagements, having Cammie Dempsey come, messaging her. I was in sweat bullets every time I would message her and be like, would you consider coming to Nicollet, Minnesota and doing, I'm like, that was out of my comfort zone. But look at how awesome that was to have her come and be with us as a team and invest in us and show us that, she believes in us. That's why she came all the way here. So it really is. Your blessing is waiting for you, Hillary. It's just, are you going to go, bust through that fear to go for it? You don't have to hound your friends. You don't have to. In fact, when I started my business, I didn't ask any of my family or any of my close friends, not a single one. So I started with just networks of people that I knew around me. You could go back to grade school people if you wanted. You could go back to high school people. You could reconnect with all those people and build your networks that way and just start conversations with people that way. It doesn't have to be your close friends. It doesn't. And it doesn't have to be, in fact, I've never asked any of my close friends, not at this point, not yet. So you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? But if you're not going to ask them, then where are you going to go? You know what I mean?
I guess one other question I have is, when I did my vendor event, so my flips, how do you suggest going about reconnecting with them again? Since, I mean, it's been, it was right around Thanksgiving when I did my vendor event. So I have those slips and I have it's email and just phone numbers. So is there a good message or something just to send out to them to reconnect with them from there?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm going through lead slips right now. I'm uncovering every stone possible. I'm going through all sorts of different stuff. And I would just say to them, you know, if you didn't label them, you did one vendor event, so at least you know what it was. Yeah. Like, I don't even know. Some of them have already been labeled, so I have no idea, which was bad part on my part. Then I'm just like, oh my goodness, I met you at a vendor event way back. You know, this is Liz Enter. Hey, how you doing? You know, if you're either calling them on the phone or you're texting them, and just say, I met you at a vendor event, you know, a year ago, if you know when yours was, and what vendor event it was. You could say where it was. It was so awesome connecting with you. I know it's been a while since we've chatted, but, and then whatever you want to, you know, go for it. Maybe it's 50% off a wrap. You know what I mean? Get together and it's 50% off a wrap. Or maybe it's a free wrap to have host a party. Or maybe it's, I'm looking for some product testers. I know you signed up because you were interested in certain products. I'm looking for some product testers to get a 40% off discount over the next 3 months. Would you like to get started? Or it could be, you know, again, hey, this is Hillary. I met you at this such and such event. It's been a year or whatever since I've chatted with you. Our company actually has some really awesome get out of debt bonuses. There's a $1,000 Ruby bonus on the table. Are you interested in hearing more? I mean, it could be any of those things. There really is no wrong way. And you may not hear messages back right away, you know, so that maybe you want to do some of that wow factor follow-up from Cami Dempsey's video where you say, you know, I hope I didn't offend you, or is everything okay? Or Cami's, did your fingers fall off? Or, you know, funny comments like that to try to get conversations going. You know, I think the biggest thing is we just need to focus on the action and not the outcome, because the action is the first step. You know what I mean? If we don't take any action, then we're going to stay right where we are. And we're not going to move forward. That's what the definition of insanity is, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? So even in our business, when we're stuck where we are, I think I watched Lori and Quentin Conway's video, and they said, then change what you're doing. You know, change what you're doing. If you've been where you've been for as long as you've been, then you need to change what you're doing. So that would be my encouragement to you, is get back to your lead slips, start adding mutual friends, start some messaging with people. You don't have to hound your friends. You don't have to hound your friends. But then who else are you going to work with? Look at all your friends that you have on Facebook, though. Have you messaged every single one of them? You know, look at some of the posts that are on Team Enter. There's been a lot of really great ones. People have been really sharing a lot of them for different ideas, and even on Tribe. And you know, there's some scripts too in the file section, right, Hillary? Yep. That you can print. There's several of those too. So just look at them and just say, well, what works best? And I like the one where you're looking for 2 different things, when I just did, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for product testers, and we're looking for those that need a $1,000 bonus, and you want to partner up with them and help them achieve it. Okay. Does that help at all? Yeah. I think the biggest thing is we just have to go do. You know what I mean? And it can feel overwhelming, but just start square one. It starts with 1. Start with however many you're going to reach out to every single day. Is it going to be 20 people? When we know that you reach out to 10, the average is reach out to 10, get about 1 person out of those 10. So if you need how many distributors, how many you can talk to in the month? You know what I mean? If you need 5 distributors for Ruby, then you're going to talk to at least 50 people. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Let's be really, really real. So, does anybody else have any other questions? Jenny or Denisha? And I can unmute you guys, unless you know how to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm in.
You're good?
1.
There you go.
Oh, Denisha, were you talking?
Yeah. I had to mute myself because I had a bunch of people in the car. But I had a question. So with me being in the store now, you know, I've got a lot. a clothing store, so I've got a lot of people. It's got plus size and the small people. So when I've got someone who is in the plus size and they mention they've got like an area that they want to enhance or improve or whatever, what's the best way to, I guess, say something to them? I mean, I think I'm out of Blitz cards right now, but I guess I just get kind of confused with words, and I don't want to offend anyone or anything.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm trying to find like the best way to be like, okay, well, you know, I can help you with that.
Okay, this is awesome. So is this your clothing store, Denisha?
Not my clothing store, but I am the store manager for it.
And they don't mind if you talk about It Works in there?
No, they actually had a bunch of my Blitz cards. We just gave out my last Blitz card the other day. They put them in the store, and they're willing to do like the Wrap Wednesdays and everything.
So can you
like helping
actually
get people in?
Can you have a little display by the cashier, by the checkout?
Oh yeah, I probably could do that.
Oh my
like
goodness,
maybe
yes.
some of the products or something.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Big, bright, bold, bunch of products sitting out. I would do like the It Works system. If you have the It Works system.
And I have all that stuff. Yeah, I have it all.
Oh my goodness. Do you know how much of a upper hand you have because you have a storefront and I do not? I always tell like my hairstylist, I'm like, do you understand what gold mine you're sitting on? You got people coming in your doors. I don't have that. I got to get online and have conversations or go outside to talk to people. So that's so for sure have a display. Oh my goodness, have a display. Even put a big frame of, you know, looking for, you know, you could do like a double good bonus, join my team. There's a double, you know, something about get out of debt bonus. Ask me how to earn a $1,000 get out of debt bonus. You know, make a cool, awesome, bright green frame from a craft store. They've got some fun glittery ones.
Okay.
Or people just can't miss it.
Exciting.
You know what I mean? While they're sitting there, they see all that stuff sitting there. You could even put like...
They're bound to ask you about it. Okay.
Oh my goodness, yes. And then like, can you diffuse oils?
What was that?
Can you diffuse the oils?
I might be able to. He's probably fine with that.
Right there by their nose where it's going right up their nostrils while they're sitting there with their wallets.
Yeah, right at the register. That would be awesome.
Totally. And let's see. So then, you know, I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't just, like you said, the plus size people. You got to realize there are like tiny thin people who want to use the wraps.
Yes, there are.
So don't ever
there are plenty of people
say,
with moms.
Sometimes heavier people, they don't really care about being thinner. It's the people that walk in that you can tell they work very hard on their body and they look really well and put together and they're beautiful people. That's the people I'm drawn to because I already know they're into health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't want you to ever prejudge anyone.
I had a friend who he works out a lot. Like he's a trainer, and he was super interested in it. But then he got kind of like he ran away from it a little bit. He was like, well, then people are going to look at me and like, do you use it? And he doesn't really have to use it. He can use it health wise, but because he's already so built and everything, people are going to doubt him. So then he kind of just ran away from the idea. And then that was that.
But what I would
How do you go about people who are trainers and stuff?
This is what I would say, Denisha. I would say, all right, I know you're ripped. I know you look fabulous. But I bet you have some clients that have lost a bunch of weight and they have all this extra skin after they've lost this weight that you've helped them achieve their goals. And now they're really, really down and out about the fact that they have all this extra loose skin. And now they're thinking to themselves, now I can't even put a swimsuit on because I got saggy skin everywhere, right? I mean, that's
very true, yeah.
All that weight, you have all that extra skin. So maybe he doesn't need it. But what about all of his clients?
Right.
After they've done all that hard work of working out and getting all fit and they've lost a lot of weight, they have extra skin on their arms, on their inner thighs, on their belly, all those places. And what I would say, Sarah Rankin on our, she's an Ambassador Diamond, and she has a YouTube video. She was a personal trainer herself. She tried the wrap to prove to people that it didn't work. And guess what? It did work. She said it went against all the things they had ever learned in personal training school to get your certification for that. It did not make sense that there was a product like this, but she found out that it did work and she had no idea how. And now she's an ambassador diamond in the company.
What was her name?
Sarah, S-A-R-A-H.
Okay.
Rankin, R-A-N-K-I-N.
Okay.
So look her up on YouTube.
I don't think I'm friends with her.
Look her up on YouTube and then send the video. Send the video to your personal training dude and say, you've got to listen to this. Here's a personal trainer. Here was a previous personal trainer now turned millionaire with It Works Global.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's 104.
Now I'm getting excited. Now
Yeah,
I'm getting very excited.
You have a gold mine. Like, if I could only just come down there and, you know, get on a plane quick and here it is. She has a video that says Sarah Rankin, personal trainer turned top income earning rap girl. That's one of her videos.
Nice. Okay. I will be watching those.
And send it to your personal training dude.
Mm-hmm.
And say, you've got to listen to this. You could become a millionaire. You're passing up that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just think of his clientele base. You know what I mean? Just all that. It's crazy. So yes, at your clothing store, put tons of It Works stuff out, as much as they'll let you have out diffusing, have out signage, have out, you know, golf. If you want to put your business builder kit box out there and put, like, you know, ask me how to join and earn $1,000 bonus. You know, she'll let you do all that, or whoever the manager or whoever the owner is, go for it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then don't prejudge anyone. Don't prejudge anyone. And if you have a great conversation with someone, just say, hey, I'd love to connect with you on Facebook.
Right, right.
You don't have to say, like, you know, I think you need a wrap. We would, of course, wouldn't say it.
No.
You know what I mean? That would totally turn people off.
Right.
So just be out there. Can you wear your It Works shirt, or do you have to wear the clothing in the store, I suppose?
I think I can wear my It Works shirt. It's just I have to go back and forth between my other job, so I can't have that shirt.
Okay.
Just certain days. I have to talk to him to make sure, but I believe I can for the days that I'm there all day.
Sure. Oh, you have a gold mine, Denisha. You can go like diamond, double, triple. Oh my goodness, during this time, if you really put your head down and go. You got lots of leads, girl. You better not leave that money on the table.
Okay.
Seriously. When I'm sitting here hearing all this,
I'm ready.
If you don't know what to do, then you just say, all right, Liz, I got my personal trainer and I want him to get on a Zoom with you and John. And if you got your uncle, call your uncles, then you just say, you know what, I got a guy that does this. He retired from his construction business and he would love to get on an online webinar with you guys, Zoom style or whatever, and chat with you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't let this pass you up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't let this pass you up. I'm serious.
No. I'm actually in the car with him now, so as soon as we get off the phone, I'm going to talk to him about it all.
The uncle? The uncle or the personal trainer?
The store manager, the owner.
Awesome.
Like the other uncle. He's like an uncle, too.
I love this. Totally. Yes, tomorrow. I want to see your display. You're going to show me a picture of it. You're going to do a selfie. You know, here is our display at the clothing store.
Yes.
And we're going to see it. And I'm going to go, that is awesome. Here we go. Cool. I'm super excited. Any other questions, Denisha?
No, I think that's it.
I'm super excited for you. Oh, my goodness. That's exciting. Any other questions, guys? Everything good?
One last thing, guys, before you go, I just want to kind of give you a tip that I've been doing to kind of keep me focused, especially these last couple of weeks. These charts that you guys pull up, if you are going for executive, pull out those executive chart, that Ruby chart, and I stick it where I can see it every single morning, and that is my goal. Every single person that I talk to, I am thinking in my head, first, they are a distributor, because that's what I need in order to build my team, and if they say no to the distributor part, then I ask them about the loyal customer part. Well, okay, if that's not for you, how about we build the customer? because that's what I need. But in my head, I have to train myself to think this person that I'm talking to is either going to be a distributor or a loyal customer. There is no in my head. There is no thinking that they're going to say no, because I have to be confident when I approach them. And if I'm confident, that shows in how I talk to them, and they will sign up as either one of those two things. The other thing that I'm going is, it is amazing today. I had to work at my dad's office today. And so here I am stuck in a cubicle, but every single person that I came in contact today, I wrote down on a piece of paper, and I had 38 people sitting in an office. That's all I did today, or in my car. 38 people that I came in contact with today, whether it was through Facebook, through people walking in the door, or the drive-thrus that I went to when I caught food or got a coffee, something like that. 38 people that I had not talked to yet about the business that I now added to my hundreds list. So wherever you guys go, start writing those names down, because it really is go time. It is really time to work. So don't let a single person pass you by. Approach them all and ask them, and go for that ask, like Liz was telling you, because that's the only thing that's going to happen. Worst case scenario is they say no. You're back to having, like, just like if you would have never asked them. And more than likely, they're going to say yes or maybe, or you put an idea in their head and they'll say yes 4 months from now. But do it, guys. That's all I can tell you, is just go and do it. And if you need help, just ask. You know, I still ask Liz all the time for, what do I say to this person, and what do I do for this? And one of my biggest mistakes when I first started is that I thought that I needed to know everything. So I was shy about talking to people, and you don't. We have such a huge network. So if you don't know somebody, don't know something, or need help talking to somebody because you don't feel confident enough to do it, just reach out and ask, and we are totally there for you. I so believe in you guys. I'm so excited for the way you are going to explode, and I can't wait to shout you out on Facebook with your next new distributor or loyal customer. Go, guys, go!
Yay! Seriously, it is your time. Don't let it pass you by. It will if you don't put your head down and truly go for this. Pray about it, man. Pray about it too. You know, pray and take massive action. Pray and take massive action. 29 days. 29 days. 29 days to make some serious, what could be complete future changes for you and your family. This is the time. You've joined here for a reason. You are here for a reason. You're here at this time and in this moment for such a time as this, with double good bonuses extended. It is your time. So pick up the tools that are there. They're all there, and go to work. And if you have questions, you just need to ask. You just need to ask. We're here to help you guys. We want you to succeed. We want you to achieve every goal you came here for, and then some. And remember, when you say yes, you're saying you're helping others come along with your yes. You're helping others. Every time you say, yes, I'm going to go for that. Yes, I'm going to help that person. Yes, I'm going to go blitz that person. Yes, I'm going to have a conversation with that person. Your life is going to change, and everyone behind you, their life is going to change as well. So I'm excited for you guys.
Yay. Thanks so much, Liz. I really appreciate it. I mean, that was almost an hour of your time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll plan to connect again mid-month so that we can be like, all right, what do we still need to lock in? Or are we on the next level, going to the next level, whatever it is. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait. And thank you so much for hopping on. I'm so glad that Denisha, you hopped on as well. And I got her muted out, so she probably can't say anything. Here, let me unmute you. Unmute. Are you there, Denisha?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's make sure we connect. And I'm on your sparkling like diamonds, whatever your awesome page is there too. So we can continue conversation there, and hold each other accountable every single day. Say what you're doing for your business every day. Use that as like your journal or your accountability. That's what I have, a couple accountability partners that every day I box them and say, this is what I'm doing with my business today. And they do the same thing. They'll say what they're doing. So it speaks it out and lets me know that I'm holding myself accountable for what I'm doing, and somebody else is hearing it. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night, okay?
Thanks, you
You
too.
too.
Reach out before you go to bed. Reach out to 5 more people before you go to bed.
Woo! Do it. Woohoo!
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love y'all.